From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Friday morning. Yesterday ended up being a beautiful day out there, and today is going to be just as beautiful. Already seeing clear skies. It's pastel colors up in the sky in Yakima this morning. This view coming courtesy of Bi-Mart. The wind gusts have died down for the moment. You see still a little bit breezy in the Kittitas Valley. The wind's going to come back for today, but they're not going to be as strong as they were for yesterday. Right now, temperatures are a little brisk out there. Upper 40s in the Yakima Valley, mid 50s in the Tri-Cities. The same thing in Walla Walla, 40s up in the Cascades and the Blues. Your day planner forecast for today, for lower elevations, low to mid 70s around lunchtime, and then 80s at the hottest part of the day. So we are going to be warmer compared to yesterday. Most of us around 85 for the hottest part of the day. That's still going to be about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year, but we'll heat it up. Back around 100 degrees in the Tri-Cities for the beginning of next week. The forecast staying dry, staying pretty clear as well. So I'll touch on all these points, but especially the heat by Monday, and that's going to be coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Coming up, an investigation underway this morning after shots were fired in Kennewick. Coming up, the group police are now looking for and how they hope you can help. Plus, Yakima police are out with their latest traffic report, and the numbers showed just how busy officers were this last month. We've got the breakdown. And Stuart Little might be cute, but the reality is far less charming. Coming up, Apple Valley News Now's Austin Reed gives us an in-depth look on why rat sightings are surging across the Tri-Cities and what you can do to keep them out. These headlines and more, all coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good Friday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott. Jessica has the morning off. We want to start with some new information coming into the newsroom this morning out of Kennewick, where police are investigating shots fired in the 3900 block of West John Day Avenue. Here's what we know so far. Police were called to the scene just after 8:30 last night for a weapons complaint. Now, when they arrived, they didn't find anyone with injuries, but they did find some witnesses who say a group of juveniles wearing face masks were seen running from the area. Anyone with information or possible surveillance video or ring cam video from that area, you're asked to call police through the non-emergency tip line. And emergency crews responded to a massive multi-vehicle crash on Highway 395 just yesterday afternoon. It was just north of Connell. Our crews were on scene. Take a look. This is video and photos. This one from the Franklin County Sheriff's Office. We also have some video from when our crews were there as well. Dispatchers say the collision happened just around 2 o'clock near the Franklin-Adams County line. It involved at least 9 vehicles, including 2 semi-trucks. We're told at least one person was hurt. The highway shut down in both directions for hours while crews worked to clear the scene. Traffic was briefly moved through before northbound lanes and closed again for the tow trucks to come in and remove all those vehicles. Officials say that the crash happened during a dust storm, and that had reduced visibility in the area, and that could be part to blame. 5:03 now, and a new warning from U.S. senators claiming dozens of rural hospitals could be at risk if federal health care cuts move forward, including 14 right here in Washington State. Apple Valley News Now's Jen Hansen says state health leaders and hospital officials say not so fast.
A warning from Capitol Hill. Now rippling across rural Washington, a new letter from U.S. Senate Democrats claims federal health care cuts could gut Medicaid and ACA funding, putting hundreds of rural hospitals at risk, including 14 in Washington state.
We cannot reduce services to people who actually need health care. I think one of the things that as part of the understanding of the work around the Medicaid cuts in particular is about 1 in 4 people in the state of Washington are on Medicaid.
The letter named hospitals like Astrea Hospitals in Toppenish and Sunnyside and Prosser Memorial Health, facilities serving largely Medicaid populations and often reporting years of financial strain. But not all of them are on the brink.
I think people are trying to figure out what does it mean. I think, in part of the chaos of this bill passing, this reconciliation bill passing, is people are trying to assess what does it mean for us? Is there something we can change and do?
Astrea Health was one of the hospitals included in the Senate list, but leadership says the report paints an incomplete picture. Astria Health sent us this statement: "Our hospitals are open, and if you need emergency care, you will always be seen, regardless of your ability to pay, citizenship, or insurance status. We continue to work with lawmakers, pursue new funding opportunities, and make difficult decisions to ensure sustainability and keep care local." I reached out to Prosser Memorial Health for a comment, and am waiting to hear back. Worsham says he feels like there is some good news out of Washington, D.C.
They're looking at grant programs that are, in particular, are really around how to supplement rural health particularly. It is not what we're seeing. It's about $50 billion that will come in for the entire country.
Worsham says he doesn't know what this will mean for Washington. Still, health officials warn that even stable hospitals could face painful choices if deep federal cuts take hold, like trimming maternity care, mental health programs, or emergency services.
We're having those conversations now. We have a little bit of time, and we're going to have to do some advocacy to really help change that landscape of where we're at.
For now, the debate continues in D.C., but rural health systems across the state are watching closely. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
And while the federal debate over health care funding continues, local hospitals and state health officials say the focus is now on preventing disruptions and making sure rural communities don't lose critical services. Of course, it's a story we'll keep following. All right, taking you to Yakima now at 5:06, where police there say July was a busy month on the roads. According to their newly released traffic report, officers issued more than 1,500 citations and conducted over 2,000 traffic stops. Police tell us they also made 41 arrests for driving under the influence and responded to 135 crashes across the city. Officials say that these numbers are a part of their ongoing efforts to keep the roads safe, especially during the summer months when people are traveling more. The department continues to encourage drivers to slow down, avoid distractions, and of course never get behind the wheel after drinking. And a heads up for drivers in Richland. Some major closures are set to start next week. Collins Road will be closed from Bombing Range Road to South 58th Avenue. That starts Monday. The closure will last until October 31st as crews install a new water main to support the city's Well to Our project. So local access for residents, deliveries, and mail, that will still be allowed, but all other traffic will need to use the posted detours. City officials say closing the road now will help crews finish the project faster and safer. 5:07, and a growing concern is creeping into neighborhoods across the Tri-Cities. We're talking about rats, but why is this suddenly happening? Well, Apple Valley News Now's Austin Reed went out to get some answers.
You're invited.
Most of us have heard of
Attention, everybody.
This is Stuart. Hello.
Stuart Little. While not a rat, mice are a part of the same family. And then there's those New York City rats. But now, Tri-Cities residents from South Richland to South Kennewick, Benton City, and beyond are reporting a noticeable spike in rat activity.
So for the past, I'd probably say 1.5 to 2 years, there's definitely been an insurgence of rats.
I spent the day with Mike from Sawtooth Pest Control, who isn't surprised about the rodents.
One of my customers, he put a couple garden boxes in his backyard, and it started attracting rats.
A construction boom isn't the only reason for the increase as well.
I started doing some research because as the calls kept coming in, I had to figure out what exactly was causing this. So I realized that the winter that we had specifically last year, it was rather warm in terms of winters. And rats specifically, they like the warmer weather during the winter because then it allows them to eat and breed.
Experts say rats need very little space to enter, potentially squeezing through a hole as small as a 1/4 inch wide.
There's like a little depression. That could definitely be a place where they'd burrow.
To combat the infestation, store pet food and bird seed securely, especially at night. Pick up fallen fruit and compost before it attracts unwanted wildlife. Use rodent-proof trash containers with tight lids and limit outdoor exposure. Could you ever see Are rats turning into those New York City rats?
So that's a really good question. And out here, I would probably say yes, but it would take a very long time and it would take a lot of urbanization.
All right, thanks so much for that report, Austin. Ugh, I am not a fan of rodents at all. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. New year, new teachers, new classes. For some kids, it's exciting. For others, it can be a little overwhelming. So we have the simple ways that parents can help ease those back-to-school nerves. That's all coming up next. And giving you a live look outside this morning from our Bi-Mart camera in Yakima. When we come back after the break, we'll check in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. He'll have your first alert forecast as we make our way into the weekend.
It's summer event time.
Bronco and Bronco Sport make every adventure more epic.
Because they come with GOAT modes. Goes over any type of terrain.
Lease a 2025 Bronco Sport Big Bend for $299 a month for $36. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Summer's almost over.
But there's lots of end-of-summer fun at Toyota's National Sales Event.
Go long! Yes! Time right! Manny drops back and he flips one right down the middle. Well done. No, this one's burning.
Did you know that every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care? A 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan and roadside assistance. That's the value you can expect from Toyota.
Come in today.
Great job, rookie.
Toyota, let's go places.
Got a family reunion in the works? Make it unforgettable at Beaver Valley Lodge. With cozy rooms, beautiful mountain views, and plenty of space to gather, it's the perfect place to reconnect and make new memories. Book direct with us and get 10% off. That means more savings for barbecues, bonfires, and all those late-night laughs. So skip the middleman and book direct today, because great reunions start with the perfect place to stay. Beaver Valley Lodge. Come as a guest and leave as a friend.
Herbal Essences is a force of nature, made with supercharged botanical blends. Our sulfate-free formulas deeply penetrate to boost hair health without the Salon Naturals price tag. Herbal Essences.
Did you know 80% of women are struggling with hair damage, just like I was?
Pantene Miracle Rescue Deep Conditioner with Melting Pro V Pearls.
Locks in moisture to repair 6 months of damage for resilient, healthy-looking hair. If you know it's Pantene.
If you're an accident victim, remember that who you choose to represent you does matter to the insurance industry. For over 30 years, Allen Brecky Law Offices have been representing accident victims. Let us put our experience and excellent service to work for you.
It's summer event time, Sam. Great time to buy.
A Ford F-Series truck.
Take your pick. Gas, all-electric, hybrid, and diesel.
Lease a 2025 F-150 STX Super Crew for $329 a month for $36. Only at your local Ford dealer.
This morning, rock your way into your summer weekend with the one and only Good Charlotte. This morning, say good morning with Good Charlotte. Only on GMA's Summer Concert Series. Sponsored by Massage Envy.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and take you on a zone-by-zone tour this morning's temperatures. Pretty similar to what we had for yesterday morning with 40s and 50s in Kittitas County, 54 degrees this morning in Ellensburg. Then in the Yakima Valley, 40s and 50s, 48 in Yakima, 54 for Union Gap, 55 in Toppenish. In the lower Columbia Basin, seeing mid-50s across the region, some lower 50s for Hermiston and Boardman, and then also 40s and 50s for the Blue Foothills, upper 40s there for Heppner, but 57, 56 for Milton Freewater and Walla Walla, respectively, and then 40s in the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains. Here's your coatcast for today for the Tri-Cities. Light jacket stuff for this morning. By 10 this morning, it's already going to be t-shirt weather. We'll hold on to t-shirt weather for the rest of the day. These highs going to be a little bit warmer compared to yesterday, but still about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year. That means mid-80s, obviously across the map for lower elevations, but just a gorgeous day out there. Lots of sunshine. Yesterday looked a little bit dicey in the morning with some clouds. I think We even saw a few sprinkles in the Tri-Cities, which was a bit unexpected, but as the day progressed, it turned into the weather we were expecting. Lots of sunshine. It's going to be the same thing for today. Now, as we head into the next couple days, here's Futurecast satellite and radar. You see this big blue spinning H right here. This is high pressure. This is going to be the dominant feature over the next couple days. And as this just kind of hovers around the area, it's going to strengthen. And that means that our weather is going to continue to stay dry and it's going to turn hotter as well. I'll tell you just how hot we could end up by the beginning of next week. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, thanks so much. 5:15. We are talking back to school season, and of course, some students are really excited to head back to school. Others, though, they can feel a bit anxious. And while having some nerves is completely normal, there are some things, of course, parents can do to help. And this morning, Mandy Gaither has 3 ways to ease that back to school anxiety.
It's a new year with new classes and teachers, and for some students, it can all feel a little overwhelming.
Having a certain amount of nerves, you'll see with almost every kid, even the kids that are excited about going back to school.
Child adolescent psychiatrist Dr. Bahar Hashimi with El Camino Health says sometimes it's more than just nerves. Some children struggle with anxiety, and she says the first way to help with the transition back to school is to talk with them and be an active listener while validating whatever it is that they're feeling.
Oftentimes parents want to jump in and make it better. But first and foremost, just being that active listener and really helping to understand what your child is feeling.
Next, Hashimi says to establish routines, create a regular sleep schedule, mealtime, and homework time. She says consistency can help ease the anxiety of something new. And finally, spot the signs of more significant anxiety or depression, which can include sleep changes, excessive self-doubt, lack of interest in things they used to enjoy, being more withdrawn, or struggles with connecting to others.
Really leaning into that intuition that you have about your child and knowing when it's time to seek help from a medical professional is important.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Good tips. Doctors also add that it is important for parents to be a positive and sturdy presence in their children's lives. And even if you, the parent, are overwhelmed trying to manage your own feelings around school or something new, try to be present and open with your child about how you want to help navigate the situation. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Excuse me. Give you a live look outside. Ooh, that's a beauty this morning. This is from our Legends Casino and Hotel Sky camera at Richlands Columbia Point, overlooking the mighty Columbia. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will be back with your full First Alert forecast, letting you know not only what today will look like, but the weekend as well. It's 5:17. We're back after the break.
Right now, U.S. Cellular makes it easy to switch and to get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in.
No trade-in? But we're willing to trade in our teeth.
Nope, you don't have to trade your teeth in or an old phone.
I like that.
Yeah, your parents get an amazing deal.
I almost lost this one.
Yeah, you get to leave your tooth under your pillow.
For me, it's Tooth Fairy time.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Why is the Benton Franklin Fair and Rodeo the best week of summer? Because you get more of what you love about summer. More fun in the sun with thrilling carnival rides and games. More flavors to savor with your favorite tasty fair treats. And you even get more colorful sunsets as attractions help light up the cotton candy skies. So don't miss out on your best week of summer. August 19th through 23rd at the Benton Franklin Fair and Rodeo.
Feeling overwhelmed? It's time to shed your worries, literally. At Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, we've got the perfect shed to clear the clutter, create space, and bring peace to your life. Man cave, playhouse, done. Want something custom? We'll build it just the way you want it. And we deliver for free. Summer is here. Shed the mess, shed the stress. See dealer for special pricing. Visit Columbia Basin Building and Sheds today in Kennewick or West Richland.
Why do patients and families immediately think of Good Shepherd? They trust our knowledge and expertise. They value the compassionate care we provide. They feel like they are being taken care of by family. From our renowned doctors and top-of-the-line technology to our state-of-the-art facilities, Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first, always.
Do you keep up with the trends or set your own?
Is the color dense enough?
Add more pigment. Launch on social.
We've got to take this global.
All right, so where do we go from here?
You've got to test it, perfect it, expand it. Never rest until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
Hello there. Watch Live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Yesterday turned out to be a beautiful day, and today is going to be exactly the same. Sunny skies across the map. It's going to be a little bit hotter for today, but still about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than normal for early August. That means mid-80s for lower elevation, 60s up in the mountains. Wind gusts are going to come back, but they're not going to be as strong as they were for yesterday. So the strongest wind gusts probably going to be in the Kittitas Valley. Some of those gusts around 30 miles per hour. Then for tonight, a few more clouds up in the sky, but in general, it's going to be mostly clear. And overnight lows will still be cool for lower elevations, but maybe not as cool as this morning, but 50s for lower elevations and 40s and 50s in the mountains. For tomorrow, a touch hotter. At this point, we're going to be back to around average high temperatures for early August. So that means in general, mid-80s to low 90s for the valleys, for the basin, and for the foothills. And the wind gusts going to come back, although I think they're going to be a little bit lighter for some spots. But in the Kittitas Valley, some of those peak gusts once again around 30 miles per hour. We're going to trend even hotter for Sunday, about 5 degrees hotter than normal. And then Monday is going to be the hottest day of this ordeal. So we'll be about 5 to 10 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. But as the trend has been for this entire summer, we're just not going to see a sustained heat wave as we'll start to cool it down. And this is actually a very symmetric bell curve in terms of our high temperatures over the next 7 days. So a deeper dive into Monday, which is going to be the hottest day of this ordeal. We're thinking between 101 to 103 for the lower Columbia Basin, between 95 to 100 for the Kittitas Valley, around 100 up and down the Yakima Valley, and around 100 for the Blue Foothills. That's still 4 days out, so it's subject to change, but you can see it's going to be fairly toasty out there. The forecast going to stay dry. That means vegetation dryness and fire danger going to go back up for next week. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities, trending hotter into the beginning of next week, as we'll end up around 100 degrees for Monday and Tuesday. In Yakima, like I mentioned, a very symmetrical forecast as we'll heat up into the triple digits by Monday, and highs eventually return to where they started. In Ellensburg, mid-90s Sunday and Monday, cooler with winds picking up Tuesday through Thursday. We'll watch the fire potential very closely. In Hermiston, the heat peaks at 101 at the beginning of next week and sliding back down into the mid-80s by the end of next week. Finally, for Walla Walla, the foothills will also be within striking distance of triple-digit heat for Monday, but that'll be a quick flash as opposed to a long-term ordeal.
I'm looking forward to it heating back up again.
Yeah, and it's not, like I mentioned, it's not sustained, so it's not going to be, like 4 or 5, 6 days of 100-degree heat. Just a little
boop.
Yeah, one of those.
I'll take a boop of 100 for sure.
Me too.
It's like some good pool time. Yeah. All right, still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up in your entertainment news, from the wrestling ring to a new hair routine. Why John Cena says a transplant changed the course of his life. We have those details coming up after the break. It's 5:24.
With bugs, the struggle is real. That's why you need Zevo traps. Zevo works 24/7 to lure, catch, and kill 99.9% of bugs trapped for effortless protection. Zevo, people-friendly, bug-deadly.
Are you one of the millions of Americans who suffer from an upset stomach after a big meal? Try Pepto-Bismol. Unlike some products, Pepto coats and soothes your digestive system to provide fast 5-symptom relief. Stock up on Pepto today.
Form or function?
Should we push the timeline? Will it hold?
Should we outsource? What do you think?
Do you engineer it to work? Or design it to move? give them what they want.
It needs to be taller, faster,
even cheaper. Or take things to new places. You've got to build the right team. No, that's the one. Revise it, redo it, develop it. Keep pushing until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
For 25 years, you've made Triple Play more than just a place to play. You've turned it into a place where memories are made. We want to thank our amazing guests and community. From birthday parties to company outings and spontaneous weekend adventures, your memories are what make Triple Play special. Here's to 25 years of fun and many more to come. Thank you for being part of our story.
During the final days of the back-to-school sale at Furniture Row, every sofa, dining group, and bed is on sale. So outfitting your off-campus studio or secluded study nook is elementary. Find high-end sofas at unbelievable prices and laid-back sectionals with modern lines. Contemporary counter-height dining to versatile minimalist functionality. Affordable beds in planked chestnut and timeless warm brown elegance. Buy one, get 50% off the second with our Denver mattress lineup or score 60 months, no interest. The back-to-school sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Ready for takeoff!
Because we know your house is more than a home.
Whoa!
It's where their dreams take flight.
Hey, Dad!
And when you feel protected, your family can dream fearlessly.
How's it going, Captain?
A-OK.
Bundle life and save up to 25% on home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
.526, welcome back. In your entertainment headlines this morning, we start with a heartbreaking update to a story we just brought you yesterday. We were telling you about Kelly Clarkson and her postponing her concert and her tour that she has right now to tend to her ex-husband. We've now learned that her ex-husband, Brandon Blackstone, has passed away at just the age of 48.
His family says he bravely fought cancer for more than 3 years and passed away peacefully, surrounded by family. Blackstock was a talent manager and former stepson of Reba McEntire.
He had 2 children with Clarkson, whom they were married in 2013. He also had 2 children from a previous marriage as well.
Clarkson filed for divorce in 2020, and it was finalized in 2022.
So like we said, it all comes after just yesterday, Clarkson had mentioned that she was canceling her upcoming Vegas show dates because of his increasing health issues, saying, you know, his family first, and she was with her kids. And now we know the unfortunate circumstances as to why. All right, more from the world of entertainment this morning. Gina Carano has reached a settlement with Disney and Lucasfilms.
The actress is known to Star Wars fans as portraying Cara Dune in the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian. She was fired in 2021 and then filed a federal lawsuit in 2024 claiming that her termination was improper.
She alleged that she was fired for voicing political opinions on social media. She wanted to be reinstated or paid $75,000.
It is not clear if the settlement does either of those things, but Lucasfilm says it is looking forward to identifying opportunities to work together with Ms. Carano in the near future.
Are you familiar with any of that? I didn't follow any of that.
I missed that completely.
Yeah, so did I. All right. Well, finally, actor and wrestling legend John Cena is loving his hair transplant.
In a new interview with People magazine, Cena says he decided to get the treatment following commentary from fans. He said he read their signs that said, quote, "The bald John Cena."
What? Well, he says he began a new routine, which included getting a hair transplant in November. Cena says that the procedure has changed the course of his life.
He also says he would have done it he would have done it 10 years ago if there wasn't so much shame around it.
Hey, let him do him.
Yeah, that was weird. On that VO we were showing, it's like there should have been someone in the center, but you just couldn't see anyone. Isn't that really weird?
You never know what's going to happen around here.
Can't see me. It's John Cena's holding. Yeah.
I think he's great. You know, he does so much for communities that he's involved in as well, and so who cares?
Good for him and his hair, but
yeah,
I
feel
think
good about yourself.
I feel like he looked just fine bald, but
yeah.
Good for him and his hair.
Not everyone can have Josh Colbert hair, you know?
Not everyone can have these cowlicks.
No. So look good, feel good, right?
Yeah.
All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Free water filters now available in Yakima County. Coming up, we'll tell you what this could mean for homeowners and how to see if your home qualifies. Plus, call volume is up and staffing isn't keeping pace. Why the Pendleton Fire Department says it's hitting its limit. We have those headlines and more coming up after the break, but first, here are your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, OpenAI just launched the next level of its artificial intelligence service. ChatGPT-5 launched after a surprise announcement yesterday and is available to even non-paying users. OpenAI's CEO says the new model is a legitimate PhD-level expert in anything and says in comparison, ChatGPT-4 is, quote, miserable. HBO says it is going to get more aggressive with its crackdown on password sharing. Starting next month, the company will begin narrowing down its list of non-legit users and hopes to close all loopholes by the end of this year. Something to look out for. And the wait for a new Xbox handheld console is nearly over. According to an online leak, the console is reportedly set to go on sale October 16th. And the leaker also claims Microsoft will make that date official during a live broadcast on August 20th. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
I'm here with Chris Cunahan of Leaf Filter. What is the problem with a clogged gutter?
Rotten fascia, rotten soffit, mildew, mold in the attic.
So how can Leaf Filter fix this problem?
So the first thing we're going to do is professionally clean out all your gutters, realign them, install our Leaf Filter system that allows nothing but water. Just give us a call, set up an appointment. We'll come out, give you a free gutter inspection.
To schedule your free inspection, call 833-LEAF-FILTER or visit leaffilter.com.
Be the one thing that can change everything. Be bold. Be authentic. In a world where you can be anything. Be love. Be love. Be love. Be love. Pandora.
When the island speaks.
Tiki bar.
Water slides.
Big pool. And hammock.
It's time to escape to the Great Life. Ah, now this is the Great Life on the incredible new Great Stirrup Cay, only with Norwegian Cruise Line.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good Friday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
3-degree guarantee. Are we on the up and up?
We are on the up and up.
Was it did you eke your way to it, or were you right on?
This was more comfortable. I didn't hit the nail on the head. It was still kind of on the edge, but it counts.
You like to live life on the edge, don't you?
Yeah, as of late, I suppose. So yesterday we went with forecast high of 81, verified at 83. So the jackpot went up to $100. So for today, going with forecast high of 85 in Pasco Tri-Cities. If it verifies between 82 to 88, jackpot's going to hit 125. If that doesn't happen, the $100 could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to applevalleynewsnow.com, clicking on the contest page. You can scan the QR code that's on your screen. Now, it's on your screen is a live, beautiful look at Pasco. This view coming courtesy of the Dust Devils. Looks like clear skies out there for this morning. It's going to be lots of sunshine all throughout the day. Wind gusts going to come back. They're not going to be as strong as yesterday. It is a little bit breezy in the Kittitas Valley for this morning, but later today we will see the gusts picking up in the valley. Those gusts around 30 miles per hour. Right now, 40s and 50s for lower elevations. Definitely some light jacket weather out there for this morning, and we're also in the 40s for the Cascades and the Blues. Here's your day planner forecast for today for lower elevations, low to mid 70s by the time we get to lunchtime, and then 80s at the peak of daytime heating. Again, just kind of another visualization of that, your hour by hour forecast in the Tri-Cities. Around 70 by 10 this morning, mid 70s, essentially sunny and 75, my favorite kind of weather at lunchtime, and then up into the mid 80s for the hottest part of the day. So warmer compared to yesterday, still about 5 to 10 degrees cool for this time of the year. Take you on that zone by zone tour of today's beautiful Friday forecast. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, thanks so much. We begin this half hour of news in Yakima, where the health district there says they're offering 40 free under the sink PFAS filters. So this is for, excuse me, ECLA homes with confirmed PFAS that are above state or federal health guideline levels and use private wells. This includes households that are currently awaiting installation of a point of entry treatment system. So a set of free replacement cartridges will also be given. The district says that the filters are available on a first-come, first-served basis. To apply, call the Yakima Health District or complete their online form. And sticking with news out of Yakima, the Yakima Basin is facing a short water year. The Bureau of Reclamation says there's not enough supply to meet full irrigation demands through September. Senior water rights holders will get their full share, but junior water rights holders will only receive 40% of their allocations. As of August 1st, Yakima Basin reservoirs were just 39% full, and that is well below average. And July's precipitation came in at just over half of normal levels. So the shortfall will affect more than half of the basin's water users, as junior rights holders share the impact equally. 5:35, taking to Oregon now, where the Pendleton Fire Department reports operating at full capacity on 19 occasions last month. As the numbers of calls continue to increase, Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz tells us what the fire department says can be done to improve capacity.
About a year ago, the Pendleton Fire Department started tracking the number of calls they receive each month. Fire season months, which are between June and September, typically average 100 more calls than the slower times of year. Last month, the department responded to 340 calls, which pushed the limits of what its staff can do. The Pendleton Fire Department says that in the month of July, they were out of resources 19 times. A key reason the department ran out of capacity is because of staffing. Fire Chief Tony Perotti says personnel has not grown at the same rate as calls over the past few years.
Since 2019, our call load has gone up 52.94%. And over that same time frame, we have added 14.29% of personnel. Even though we added one person per shift, that gives us a 0% increase in actual resources because it takes two people to sit on one of our resources.
Chief Perotti says there are a few ways the department can increase capacity. One way is by adding resources and personnel, which the department is looking into. Perotti says he is looking at grants to get a community paramedic who could help respond to citizens with chronic needs, who send in about 10% of calls. Another way is by working together with other fire agencies.
I'm looking at 190 agreements with both UCFD1, Pilot Rock, UC Matilda Rural. You can put ECHO in there, but all the fire departments in this area to start pooling our resources for efficiencies to give a better service.
Going forward, Perotti says he hopes to keep transparency about the department open in order for the community to assess if their needs are being met. He says that he might plan on having a town hall in the future.
I'd really love to sit down and answer any questions that anybody in the public might have to really what the state of the fire department is and what I think about it.
Chief Perotti also says citizens can ask questions in person or on social media for more information. Reporting from Pendleton, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Caleb. And the department says that they post their weekly call data on their Facebook page, so you can always check out to see what that capacity looks like. All right, it is 5:37. We are talking sports this morning. The city of Richland is celebrating some of its youngest athletes, honoring Richland National Little League for their dedication, teamwork, and community impact. It's all happening at this week's city council meeting. You see it there. Leaders presented a formal proclamation recognizing the league for its success on the field and its positive influence off the field. City officials praised the efforts of families, volunteers, and coaches, along with the league's all-star teams who represented Richland at districts and state levels this season.
And whereas during the 2025 season, the league achieved remarkable success across all divisions, with all three groups capturing district titles, demonstrating depth and talent throughout the league.
That's so fantastic. The league now turning its attention to growing its softball program and also finding a permanent home for future seasons. City leaders say this kind of community support for youth sports is exactly what helps shape future leaders both on and off the field. All right, it is 5:39. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Rodeo rides and record livestock. Coming up, we have community events that are promising all of the above as we officially kick off fair season.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
The first time you try Bounce, it hits you. Your laundry feels way fresher, softer. So you start to wonder, if I put a sheet of Bounce on the finance guy, will it make him softer? Bounce can't do it all, but for better laundry,
These dishes just aren't getting clean.
Problem isn't your machine. It's likely your detergent. I recommend switching to Cascade Platinum Plus. These new pods dissolve completely and have Dawn, breaking down up to 100% of tough stuck-on foods. Cascade Platinum Plus.
Before, our service would be in and out. We wanted to switch to T-Mobile to make sure that we have better coverage.
T-Mobile is now the best network, and with the most satellites, we're connecting hundreds of thousands in places where cell towers can't reach with T-Satellite.
I signed up for T-Satellite and give me peace of mind as a mom that makes life better knowing that it's there when we need it.
Upgrade to the best network. Right now, T-Mobile will pay off 4 phones up to $3,200. Plus, hook you up with 4 new phones on us. Switch today.
Got a family reunion in the works? Make it unforgettable at Beaver Valley Lodge. With cozy rooms, beautiful mountain views, and plenty of space to gather, it's the perfect place to reconnect and make new memories. Book direct with us and get 10% off. That means more savings for barbecues, bonfires, and all those late-night laughs. So skip the middleman and book direct today, because great reunions start with the perfect place to stay. Beaver Valley Lodge. Come as a guest and leave as a friend.
In an instant, your world can shatter. At Quantum Legal, we understand injuries can be an immense burden, taking a toll on your body and leaving you drowning in medical expenses. Battling insurance companies without legal representation will make matters worse. We are committed to advocating for your deserved compensation. Quantum Legal, where compassion meets justice.
Feeling overwhelmed? It's time to shed your worries, literally. At Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, we've got the perfect shed to clear the clutter, create space, and bring peace to your life. Man cave, playhouse, done. Want something custom? We'll build it just the way you want it. And we deliver for free. Summer is here. Shed the mess, shed the stress. See dealer for special pricing. Visit Columbia Basin Building and Sheds today in Kennewick or West Richland.
The money would be life-changing. If I can't leave here with love, I could leave here with $500,000.
You've heard something? I mean, I would want you to tell me.
I honestly just want to go home.
This morning, rock your way into your summer weekend with the one and only Good Charlotte. This morning, say good morning with Good Charlotte, only on GMA's Summer Concert Series, sponsored by Massage Envy.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. We start off in Kittitas County, as it is going to be a little bit breezy for today, not as windy as yesterday, but a little bit warmer as opposed to yesterday. So we'll be around 70 for Snoqualmie Pass, mid-80s in the Kittitas Valley. In the Yakima Valley, mid-80s up and down the valley. We'll have light winds for today, but they could pick up as we head into this evening. And then for the lower Columbia Basin, a little bit breezy here. Some of those gusts around 15 to 20 miles per hour. These highs in the mid to upper 80s. For the Blue Foothills, we are going to be in the 80s as well, low to mid 80s, breezy here, gusts between 15 to 20 miles per hour. And then for the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains, we're going to be in the 70s. You notice plenty of sunshine across the screen, so it is going to be just a gorgeous day. Get out there and enjoy it if you have the time to do so. Okay, here is today's vegetation dryness forecast. Remember that all of these levels have been adjusted per typical dryness for each microclimate. Starting to see more orange creeping back onto the map. That means more widespread elevated levels of vegetation dryness. But by the time we get to the peak of the little heat wave, if you want to call it that, the hottest day is going to be on Monday, and we're going to be back to critically dry vegetation in the lower Columbia Basin. And yes, we will cool off after that, but without any rainfall in the forecast, we'll see how all this adjusts as we head into next week.
All right, well, it's going to be a nice sunny weekend, and we want to take a look at some things happening around the area. So it's, of course, that time of year. It is fair season, so between the rides, the games, and, of course, the fair food, it's shaping up to be a great weekend. Do you have a favorite fair food?
A deep-fried Snickers bar.
Oh, you are wild.
Yeah. What about you? I feel like you're an elephant ears kind of person.
Oh, I do like an elephant ear. Also, just like a classic corn dog.
Classic corn dog.
Yeah,
okay.
or like that brick of fries.
Oh.
Like the curly fries that are all wild together.
Yeah, oh, okay. Well, from cotton candy to everything fried in between, we've got a roundup of local fairs you won't want to miss. So here's a look at what's happening in our area this weekend.
Yeah, Umatilla County Fair kicking off this week in Hermiston, Oregon, and continuing into the weekend.
Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable gives us an idea of what to expect as he met with some attendees, as well as the largest animal at the fair. Take a look.
The Umatilla County Fair brought food, shows, rides, and animals for all the attendees to see.
The view from the top of the Ferris wheel speaks for itself. There's a lot going on at the Umatilla County Fair all weekend long.
Fireball, a ride that had people getting off and right back on over and over, was packed from the start. It was just one of the many carnival rides the fair has to offer.
It was really fun, but it's like when you get out there, it like kind of rushes all to your head and you're just sitting there for a second, you're like, whoa, getting a little dizzy.
You get nauseous after a minute or two, but it's worth it. It was fun.
Featuring several livestock shows throughout the day, goats, rabbits, steer, and others were put on display. One, however, was very hard to miss. His name? Joe Mama.
He weighs 1,818 pounds. He is the biggest steer here at Umatilla County Fair.
Bringing lots of kids and families camping out in RVs, the event tries to cap off the summer with a bang before school starts back up.
I want to invite all the people, families and kids, come on down. I know a lot of people are, in a financial strain, but this is the time that they can come and enjoy themselves.
These were only some of the festivities that will be going on until Saturday, August 8th. In Hermiston, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
Always fun at the fair. Are you a rides guy?
I am a rides guy.
Because we both were audible when we saw that thing go down. We're like, ooh.
Yeah, I'm not too good with the upside down stuff. Like I can go upside down, but if it's real quick or like a quick little corkscrew, if you're just hanging upside down, that's okay. I'll go to the petting zoo for a minute.
Right. I'll go see the large animals.
I'll see Joe Mama.
Joe Mama, exactly. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. When we come back, we have your morning sprint. Everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning. Give me a live look outside from our Dust Devils camera in Pasco right now at 5:47. When we come back, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth with your full First Alert forecast and what you can expect if you're headed to the fair.
Stay busy this summer with the City of Pasco. Enjoy open swim at Memorial Aquatic Park from 1 to 5:45 p.m. every day with lap swim weekdays at noon, or sign up for swim lessons throughout the summer. Join the all-ages Beat the Heat Run Walk Club on Wednesday mornings to earn entries for an end-of-summer prize drawing. Check out free, family-friendly movies and music at Pasco Parks, plus many more activities and events, all listed online at pascoparksandrec.com.
Our number one service here at NIU Women's Clinic and Aesthetics is our weight loss program. Our program is really focused on a lifestyle change. We want our patients to be able to lose around 10 to 15 pounds of weight loss a month is what we see. But when they're done with us on the program, we want them to be able to keep that weight off. We don't want to see them yo-yo.
So I've lost about 40 to 50 pounds, and that's been over the span of 3 to 4 months. At my peak, I think I was losing probably 10 pounds a week. It was quite a bit, and I just noticed it was falling off of me.
So we are proud to announce that we are releasing a virtual weight loss program. What makes our program so successful for both men and women is the fact that we are treating exactly the reason why you're gaining this weight in the first place. By addressing your insulin insensitivity, your hormone balancing, your lifestyle, treating everything. We really focus on you and your needs.
Now open in Yakima. Go to newuwomensclinic.com to start your weight loss journey today.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
It's summer event time, Sam. Great time to buy.
A Ford F-Series truck.
Take your pick. Gas, all-electric, hybrid, and diesel. With impressive towing capability for any size to-do list. Like building a house.
A two-story brick colonial.
Or hauling that boat to the lake.
What?
That's actually on my to-do list.
Oh.
Lease a 2025 F-150 STX Super Crew 4x4 for $329 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Ready for takeoff!
Because we know your house is more than a home. It's where their dreams take flight. And when you feel protected, your family can dream fearlessly.
How's it going, Captain?
A-OK.
Bundle life and save up to 25% on home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Wendy Redmond, Austin Reed, Stacy Lee weather. Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today is going to be a beautiful day just like it was for yesterday, especially into the afternoon and early evening, but lots of sunshine all over the map and high temperatures not as cool as yesterday, but still about 5 to 10 degrees cool for this time of the year, as we'll be in the mid 80s for the most part for lower elevations. And the wind gusts will come back, but they're not going to be nearly as strong as they were for yesterday, but still some peak gusts around 30 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley. Then for tonight, a few more clouds up in the sky, but in general, mostly clear skies. Overnight lows not as cool as this morning, but so I would classify 50s as cool, which is what we're going to have for lower elevations, 40s and 50s up in the mountains. Then for tomorrow, a touch hotter, finally getting back to average high temperatures for this time of the year. So we'll be in the 80s and 90s for the valleys, for the foothills, and for the basin, 60s and 70s up in the mountains. The wind's going to come back specifically in the valleys, gusts between 20 to 30 miles per hour, lighter winds for the lower Columbia Basin. All right, high temperatures trending up, and then they'll trend down, kind of just a very symmetrical bell curve, if you will, but a very symmetrical rise to the temperatures and fall off to our high temperatures. Looks like the center of the curve, if you will, is going to be on Monday. That's going to end up being the hottest day. Will be between 101 to 103 for the lower Columbia Basin, 95 to 100 in the Kittitas Valley, around 100 in the upper and lower Yakima Valley, and also around 100 in the Blue Foothills. And vegetation dryness is going to go up because of that, and also because of this. No rainfall in the forecast over the next 7 days. So not only will vegetation dryness go up, but fire danger will probably also follow suit. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities, trending hotter into the beginning of next week, as we'll end up around 100 degrees for Monday and Tuesday. In Yakima, a very symmetrical forecast, like I said, as we'll heat up into the triple digits by Monday, but highs eventually return to where they started. In Ellensburg, mid-90s Sunday and Monday, cooler with winds picking up Tuesday through Thursday. Watch the fire potential very closely. In Hermiston, the heat peaks at 101 at the beginning of next week, then sliding back down into the mid-80s by the end of next week. Finally, for Walla Walla, the foothills will also be within striking distance of triple-digit heat for Monday, but that'll be a quick flash as opposed to a long-term event.
Now, the morning sprint.
It is 5:52, time for your morning sprint, the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. And we start with reports of shots fired that came in last night near the 3900 block of West John Day Avenue. Officers were called to the scene at about 8:30 last night. Didn't find anyone with injuries, but they did talk to witnesses who say a group of masked juveniles took off running from the scene. Police are asking anyone with tips or videos to call the non-emergency phone line. And a dust storm is being blamed for a massive crash on Highway 395 just north of Connell. Happened yesterday afternoon. Dispatchers say at least 9 vehicles, including 2 semis, were involved near the Franklin-Adams County line. Video that you're looking at from our crew who was on scene when it happened. One person was hurt, and that highway was closed for hours in both directions as they cleared the wreckage. And taking you to Yakima, where police say July was busy on the roads with more than 1,500 citations and over 2,000 traffic stops. Officers made 41 DUI arrests and responded to 135 collisions, saying it's just another reminder for drivers to slow down, pay attention, and never drive impaired. And in Richland, drivers heads up, Collins Road will be closed Monday from Bombing Range Road to South 58th, and the closure will run until October 31st. It's for crews to install new water main lines. Local access will still be allowed, but others will need to follow the detours. And it is fair season in Grandview. Yakima Valley Fair and Rodeo is underway. Rodeo set for today and tomorrow. Vendors are present, livestock auction taking place. And if you can't make it today, of course, no worries. Fair runs through Saturday. 5:54 in your national headlines this morning. Senator John Cornyn says the FBI has granted his request for help as Texas tries to force Democratic state lawmakers back for a vote. State House Democrats fled the state Sunday to keep a GOP redistricting bill from advancing. If approved, that plan could help Republicans gain 5 more seats in the U.S. House in the midterm elections next year. In your business headlines, ChatGPT's artificial intelligence is now more intelligent. Just yesterday, the tech giant OpenAI launched GPT-5. It's an updated version of the AI model behind ChatGPT. Company says that the update is better at coding, writing, and answering medical questions. All right, 5:54, talking sports this morning. Bud Light is helping NFL fans cheer on their favorite teams again this upcoming season as they enjoy their hot wings, pizza, and other football culinary classics. The brewer has unveiled its limited edition team beer cans for the upcoming season. Officials say the cans have a sleek look that showcases team logos, team colors, and jersey-based striping. 27 of the league's 32 teams are featured on the specialty cans. Who's your team? Who's your NFL team?
I don't really have an NFL team. Can I tell you my college team?
I know you have college teams. I know you're a big college guy, but you got just pick one. If you had to, who would be your NFL team?
I'd say the Seahawks, because I've never lived in a state that's had a professional team. I grew up in Alabama, so I guess by this we're kind of
by proxy.
But we're between the Falcons and the Saints. So now that I live in Washington State, I would have to say the Seahawks. I'm a bandwagon.
All right, we turned them into a 12. I love it. Yep. All right, let's take a look at what's trending this morning. Sky gazers, get out your binoculars starting tonight. You'll be able to catch a glimpse of the August full moon, or the sturgeon moon.
Sources say it will be at its fullest around 12:55 a.m. tomorrow. Anyone looking up would be able to see it, whether they live in the city or the suburbs. And if getting up in the wee hours isn't for you, I can't say that for us, but no worries.
We'll see it.
No worries. A NASA scientist says it will appear to be full for a few days.
Yeah, it almost appeared to be full this morning. When I walked out, it was so bright, just right in front of our house.
That's what I thought.
I know, but I guess not yet. So as to why it's called the sturgeon moon, it's because it marks the time of year when sturgeon fish are most readily caught.
Interesting.
You can do that right here in the Columbia River.
Yeah, and last month it was the buck moon. And it's called the buck moon because this is around the time where the male deer, they grow their antlers, the bucks.
Yeah.
Which I did not know. And apparently this one is the sturgeon moon, which I also did not know.
Right.
So I gotta read up on my moon stuff.
On your moon stuff.
Yeah.
All right, very cool. And yeah, it is. It's so bright out there, even today, tonight, this morning. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up in your 6 o'clock hour, from South Richland to Benton City, rats are on the rise. What is fueling the rodent boom? Well, our Austin Reed is finding out, and that is at 6 o'clock. Plus, a 2-week, 2-state wild goose chase. What in the what is that? Okay, it's not a goose. It's, it looks worse. So we're talking about what landed officers hunting for a 5-foot lizard. Oh my gosh, absolutely not.
He looks like a Komodo dragon, but I'm not sure if that's what that is.
It almost looks like the dragon, Toothless? Kind of looks like that guy a little bit, but
I don't know.
Well, real and I don't like it.
You'll have to stick around for Good Morning Northwest at 6.
Yeah.
Also have a look at your weather. So again, that's coming up at 6.